You were sent to Capitol Hill in 2008, and
there was a group of us that convened on Capitol Hill when the stimulus package was first introduced. This was under the Bush administration. I believe it was in September, and I can go back into my notes and give you the exact dates. And at that time, we were there to talk about the fact that we wanted the stimulus package to go forward. I was just concerned about that. Because at that time, Karen and I had served on the IMC, which was the Interim Management Committee for ACORN. But, you know, there's just, what we want to say very quickly, or what I want to say very quickly is, we wanted an audit, just an audit. And when we didn't have an audit, or couldn't get an audit, and asked for an audit, we were removed. And we want to know why we were removed. If everything is above board and we ask for an audit and we're members of the organization and supposedly directors of that organization, why would you remove us?
What is the answer they've given you?
We haven't gotten an answer. We've asked for their reasons. We've asked for their minutes. We've asked for all of these things. You've asked for minutes for the last 3 years. We get nothing, and we are stonewalled and not even responding.
It started with the ACORN 8. How many are there now?
We have far more than 8. I don't know how many because we gain people every day. But
people in ACORN that says, I want my organization back. Right. So what is it? I said to Marcella, I think I said to you earlier that this is all about votes, and you said, no, this is all about the money. Explain that.
This is all about the money. This isn't, well, you can do it, Karen.
Right. Basically what happens is the organization, I think, had a good message to begin with, and then they looked to see how much money they generated and how much power they got. And so instead of having it trickle down, trickle up from the membership, which is what it's supposed to be, they looked and said, we can get X amount of dollars here. We'll convince our membership that this is what we should be working on.
It seems to me that they are using me and people like me by calling racist and everything else to generate outrage to help raise money. And then also they're using the lowest of our society, using them and then throwing them to the lions and saying, you know, well, it was a rogue employee, which also helps them too, doesn't it? How?
Course. Because it gives them cover. You know, it says consistently that the very same people that we're supposed to be enabling are the very same people that we sacrifice. So we can't have that kind of divisiveness there. If we're out to help people, who works for $9 an hour all day long or less? Who works for that kind of money? If you're empowered and if you're not an idealist student or retiree who has a very cushy life, you can't afford to work for that kind of money. So you already know where you're gathering people from like this. And remember I spoke to you before about the J-curve. People who've always been entitled to things in life know very quickly when they're being used. People who've never experienced anything in life except being used don't know when to blow the whistle. And why should they? Who's ever listened to them before when they've told the truth and blown the whistle?
Is this why you guys, because when we talked this afternoon in my office, I mean, I just want the truth. I don't really care. It's great to help people, but it seems like everybody, this is dirty. This is really dirty. Is this why you guys are doing this and staying in because somebody has to?
Yes, we want it corrected. We want it, for example, when the embezzlement happened, we asked for the books. We asked for that to be taken care of. If they have nothing to hide, why can't they open up the books?
Is it Conyers, Gresh, that said today that there was no reason? Did you hear this? Said that there's absolutely no reason. They were going to do an investigation. I mean, they'll do steroids on baseball. But we have a statement? Where is it? Okay, here it is. Based on my review of the information regarding the complaints against ACORN, I have concluded that a hearing on this matter appears to be unwarranted at this time.
Well, you know, I was actually sitting in Congress when I heard Representative Conyers really push Gerald Nadler to have an investigation of ACORN. I heard him do it. It wasn't something that I think he was doing for the cameras.
Why this? Why now? Why is he backing off?
But because Nadler was very resistant to there being an investigation of ACORN. He was very resistant. He showed it at that time. And I think what has happened, I have no way of proving it, is that I think that there was just a lot of pressure put on Conyers not to have this investigation.
Okay.